If you're contemplating a major career shift like quitting your job and you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed making that type of decision, take a deep breath because it's totally normal. Let's be honest, facing ups and downs at work is most likely inevitable, but that's not necessarily a reason to quit, right? Well, what if those temporary ups and downs no longer seem so temporary? If you are considering quitting your job, you may be wondering if your work challenges are true red flags, or if you're simply just looking for a reason to leave. I'm Sinead, and coming up in this video, I'll be sharing the 15 warning signs that it's time to quit your job. And be sure to stick around until the very end because I'll be sharing some really great advice on what to do if you do decide that yes, it is in fact time to resign. All right, let's get started. Now, before we break down these very important warning signs, a quick note. Before you make a decision to leave your job, it can be extremely valuable for you to have an honest conversation with your manager about what's missing in your work, especially if you're truly passionate about your company's mission. Bring up ideas and career development opportunities that you feel would improve your happiness on the job. Because you never know, your manager and team may be willing to work with you to keep you at the company. Now, if you've already had that conversation with little to no resolve, or you're simply still contemplating whether or not to hand in your notice, let's recognize the 15 big warning signs that it is time to quit your job. 1, you are underusing your skills. If you fall into a pattern where your job feels like a revolving door and you're not truly using your skills, work can feel like, well, work. And let's face it, that's rough. So if you found yourself feeling apathetic towards showing up to work every day, consider these 3 red flags. You're not using the skills you were hired for. Your skills aren't being maintained. Your skills are lacking opportunity. Good companies encourage their employees to grow within their skills. But if you recognize that your job is not giving you an opportunity to grow, this situation could limit your potential and may also lead to feelings of complacency or frustration. Now, before we move on, give us a like, subscribe to our channel, and of course, hit that notification bell so that you never miss our weekly career advice. Also, head down to the comments and let us know what you are looking for in your next career move. Now let's get into your career passions and discuss your potential. Warning, it may be time to leave your job if, number 2, you are not following your passion. Take a minute to remember the days leading up to you beginning your current job. Most likely, you were excited to get started and make your mark in your new position. Now, think about where you are today. Are you still passionate about the job, or have your feelings changed? If work once felt like an opportunity to pursue your passion, but now it feels like a chore, you may find yourself losing interest altogether, which can result in a lack of effort and heart. And again, it's totally normal to go through phases where it's hard to be motivated. Hi, yeah, been there. However, jobs that are simply unsatisfying can leave you feeling unfulfilled or purposeless. And if that's where you're at, it may be the time to consider looking for opportunities elsewhere. For those of you asking, what's important to me or what do I want to do next? Check out this video right over here on how to choose a career based on your interests. The next sign it's time to quit your job is number 3, the work environment is unhealthy. A toxic workplace is exactly that, toxic. And it's difficult for anyone to grow professionally within a toxic workplace because it's unhealthy, plain and simple. So how can you determine if your work environment is unhealthy? You're experiencing fatigue or illness. You have little to no enthusiasm. There's a high turnover within your company. If it seems like everybody's jumping ship, there's usually a reason why. Cliques, exclusion, and gossip are the norm at work. Hold on a second, this is a professional environment. Anything less should not be tolerated. If you are experiencing any of these warning signs and they are affecting your overall well-being, it's probably time to start searching for a new gig. Number 4, there are no opportunities for growth. Have you been in the same position for the last few years? Have you made any significant improvements in your role or learned any new skills? If the answer is no, it's possible there are no opportunities for growth. And if that's the case, you're missing out on the chance to gain new skills, work on more exciting new projects, and even earn more money. If growth is important to you, we recommend checking out assistant programs your current company may offer. And if none are offered, consider that it may be the right time to move on. Number 5, the company's future is in question. Have you seen a pattern of layoffs or high turnover and wondered, where is this job going? Many companies experience cycles of highs and lows. But if your company is significantly underperforming and or in legitimate danger of closing, you should definitely consider leaving. If you're unsure about the future of the company, consider the following warning signs like staff layoffs, reduction in client base, salary freezes, and closing of select offices. These are all signs that your organization's financial future may be in question. If you are feeling unsure about the future of your company and therefore the future of your job, remember, trust that little voice in your head and consider looking for new opportunities. Warning sign number 6, your ethics are being compromised. Anytime you're in a situation that requires you to compromise your ethics or decision making, big warning, this could be a sign to leave. This is especially true in professional settings because of the potential long-term implications for your career. Now, you might feel like making compromises is necessary to survive at your current job. But consider your future. Compromising your values can negatively impact your ability to get a job in the future, not to mention your morale and sense of pride. Now, let's talk money. But before we get into this next warning sign, be sure to conduct some research within your industry so that you know what the standards are for pay. Warning number 7, you are grossly undercompensated. Although accepting a lower salary may make sense if it's in exchange for a unique opportunity or non-financial fringe benefits, if you are significantly undercompensated at your current job, you should definitely consider leaving. Being undercompensated can reflect a mismatch between what you and the company perceive to be your value and your growth potential. That mismatch can have many different implications for the responsibilities you are assigned and your longevity within the organization. This next warning sign is a big indicator that it might be time to leave. Number 8, your values are not aligned with those of the organization. A couple examples. So let's say that you're selling a product that you know will leave the customer unhappy or dissatisfied. Or maybe you've been building bridges with your clients just to burn them all for making a buck. And frankly, you're over it. If your values aren't aligning with your organization's and your morality is being challenged, consider a product that you do believe in. Number 9, you are no longer able to fulfill your job responsibilities. Unforeseen personal circumstances or life events can also prevent us from being able to work. These could include recovery from a major surgery as well as personal family situations that now require a lot of time and attention. So take the time to measure your contributions so that you can clearly evaluate whether or not you're able to fulfill your duties at work. Warning number 10, there are substantially better opportunities available at another organization. If you find yourself interested in exploring something new, ask yourself, why? Take time to identify what's really appealing to you about these potential new opportunities. Acknowledge that desire and consider taking the next steps. If there are better opportunities that pay more than what you make right now, this may be a sign that it's time to resign. Another warning sign that implies it's time to leave is number 11, you need more work-life balance. An ideal work-life balance looks different on everybody. So speak with your manager about the scheduling options for your current job. If your work-life balance is not suiting you and the other options won't suffice, think about what the next steps might be for your career. Warning number 12, you dread going to work. Listen, I get it. Who really celebrates the end of the weekend? I mean, they're called the Monday blues after all. Feeling sad when the weekend is over or looking forward to days off or vacation time is, of course, totally normal. However, if you're getting knots in your stomach just thinking about your job, or you're losing sleep because you're feeling so anxious about going back to work in the morning, these are definite signs that it might be time to quit. While work doesn't always have to feel fulfilling and super fun, you should feel comfortable on the job. You spend so much time at work, and if your only time away from work is spent dreading going back, it's only a matter of time before it starts affecting your physical and mental health. Try gaining some insight into your personality to help you reveal your ideal career path by checking out this video right here. Number 13, you can't picture yourself in your position long term. Similar to seeing no opportunities for growth, if you can't picture yourself at your company long term, it may be time to start considering other options. So if you can't picture yourself at your current company a year from right now, consider starting your job search soon. Warning number 14, you wouldn't want your friends to work at your company. First of all, who doesn't want to have a friend at work? If you find that you wouldn't recommend your workplace to a friend, or worse, you find yourself trying to convince them not to apply for an open role that they would actually be good at, you guessed it, it could be time to leave. You want what is best for your loved ones, and you should want what is best for yourself. If you're considering whether or not your company is good enough for a friend, consider if it's good enough for you. Warning number 15, everything feels overwhelming. The fastest way to burn out city population you is consistently feeling overwhelmed on the job. Sometimes this happens after working long hours doing repetitive tasks day after day. But it can also be due to unclear job expectations, little recognition, or feeling isolated at work. If you are in need of some help, collaborate with your manager. Now, let's say that you've tried this with no success. Ask yourself, is it possible that this job is not for you? If you're still feeling overwhelmed and unhappy, consider if the stress of the job is affecting the way you feel about work altogether. Do some soul searching. It's worth considering other options because maybe it is time to move on. All right, now some of you are thinking, yes, I am so ready to apply these tips to my current role and see if my situation improves. And that's awesome, and we wish you the best of luck. However, if you are still sitting here saying, yeah, I tried that and it didn't work, and you're basically ready to walk out the door right now, I got you with our bonus tip. Here are the 4 keys to leaving your job on good terms. Consider having another role lined up. Keep your resignation letter positive. Create a transition plan. Keep in touch, which is the 4th key to leaving a job on good terms. Even if you're leaving your current job because you want to gain new skills that you weren't necessarily able to gain in your previous role, it could make sense to come back later on in life, especially if you love the company overall. Knowing how and when to quit your job can be difficult, but hopefully we've helped answer some of the questions that you've been asking yourself. If you did find this video helpful, be sure to hit the like button down below, subscribe to our channel right over here, and of course, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on our weekly career advice. For even more tips right now, I recommend checking out this playlist right here. And for help writing resume, definitely check out this video for the perfect resume format. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Sinead DeFries, and I'll see you all next time.